So he says very beautifully that sometimes an event can happen in our life, and that can feel like a complete knockout punch. Like, completely unexpected, out of the blue, boom.
That's it.
All the concepts that we hold about ourselves, everything that we felt was true about life, that is knocked away in one punch. Then you say that I feel so vulnerable, open, empty. And in this way, actually, even these kind of events, it will sound strange what I'm going to say, but even these events, they give you this gift that you cannot truly make a conclusion about anything because you know that anything can just happen in this phenomenal world. Anything can happen. But even in this now, the mind will come and will try to give you a position. Even make the position of an open one, a vulnerable one. It'll say, I know now that I'm so vulnerable. But even that we don't know. We mean empty of any condition, any concept. So all life is like this. It is just moving in its own way. Just like the waves of the ocean, they're moving. It can feel like the wave is deciding, oh, I'm going to go left today. I'm going to go this high today or this low. All this is just make believe. It's fairy tales. I can decide what to do, what is to happen, where I will go. If you start thinking about all the decisions you have to make, education and career and how to bring up a child, and nobody knows these things. Nobody really knows anything about anything. Just when that moment arises, my children will come in front of me. They'll say, Pa, can we do this or not? I don't know the answer, but something, a yes or no comes. The mind will come later and say, but was that good? Was that right? Was that wrong? It has nothing to do with how it moves. As parents, isn't it like that? They come. You could have a plan. Okay, I'm going to bring up my children with this. But it doesn't happen in the moment. It just flows as it is meant to flow. So just like any parent, you don't know anything, which is good. At least you have the recognition you don't know anything. You see, most parents, what the struggle is, they feel like they know something. And when the children seem to be going in another way, they feel like I'm not doing a good job as a parent or something like that. Because in Satsang, you're seeing that life is already surrendered. And with this event now, you see that it's all surrendered. Nobody could have seen this coming.
No planning can help.
No planning can help these things. So you see that something moves all of this, and something will also move the life of your children. As you remain empty of your individuality, you'll find that your children are automatically blessed by your presence. It doesn't mean they won't throw tantrums and get angry.
Oh my.
It's not a cheat code in that way. Maybe all that will still happen, but it's all part of the taste of this world, part of the taste of the situation. All the extremes are tasted here: life and death, birth and death. You have a taste of this, that death can just come from the silliest of things without any fathomable reason. Then all this strategizing and planning and deciding is quite worthless in the overall scheme of things. And yet, in the play, even this is part of the movement of the wave. So even spontaneously, you might find yourself planning. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You see, knowing fully well that this plan is just nothing but a conceptual idea, and if it is the will of consciousness for it to move in that way, it will. Otherwise, it's nothing. You see? Yet, as part of the play, we can say, as long as you consider yourself to be an individual entity who has got responsibility now, additional responsibility, then it will seem burdensome. Once you start to see that there is no entity here anyway, it's always been consciousness, then it's always been that one's problem. Whether you call that consciousness the Sadguru, whether you call it God, it doesn't really matter. But the one's problem, who is it has always been, it's not really a problem. But you know what I mean. It's always been that one. Nothing is additionally your problem. There is, it's very beautiful what you say. Because even in the complaint of, oh, Father, now I have this additional responsibility, how will I deal with it? You see, consciousness is enjoying even that. At least you are looking clearly enough to admit it. Most of us, when we go through these things, we don't see it with these eyes, and then we are saying, how can consciousness be enjoying this? You must not feel that tears should not come, and only when the tears stop, then whatever. If there is grief, let there be grief. If there is anger, let there be anger. Not just grief, I'm sure even anger comes.
Yes.
Because in the worldly play, this can seem like something to get really angry about. So, everything, all this is allowed to come. Grief, anger, resentment can come. Don't try to push away any. Don't even worry about, for some time, don't even worry about whether it is mindy, whether it is not mindy. Don't be hard on yourself at all about anything. Just know one thing, that you are taken care of and your child is taken care of. There will be moments where strong identity will come. Let it come. It's okay. Just know that you're always in the Sadguru's arms. For consciousness to experience its own godly presence is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves while we have this existence. This gift you must give to yourself.
With your grace, Father.
Yes.
Be it.
This grace is only in service to your longing for this truth. It's always there. Sadhguru's presence is greater than any other phenomenal force in this world. As long as you find your place in this presence, you don't have to worry about any of these things. Once in Guruji's house, we stayed in Rishikesh.
Mhm.
There was a lady there whose fiance passed away. So she said, Ananta, it took me 4 years. But 4 years later, now I can tell you that this is the greatest gift that could have happened in this life. Who can say that?
Yeah.
That passing away of one's beloved one was the greatest gift she had in her life, because it brought her to the, it is undying. So death is not a topic we must shy away from. This body is dying anyway. All that we are concerned about this object will end up where? In the funeral pyre or under the ground? Where is it? Most of us as one, all our planning we were talking about it, but we will not be able to avoid this. We'll most likely end up in a hospital one day, and then after that this body will be on a pyre or under the ground. But while this play is on, while this body has the animating force animating it, can we find something which is undying? Can we play the game in this way? Can we find that which is undying, which will not burn in that fire? Like in Shivoham and so on. Shastra kaate na agni jalaye, which no weapon can cut and fire cannot burn. Can we find that